In this video, we will rank the disaster class monsters in One Punch Man. This ranking is determined based on combat scenes and dialogue from both the original and remake versions. We analyze the maximum potential power that each monster can achieve, according to the descriptions and settings in the series. This is entirely a personal opinion, so if you have any objections, feel free to comment below. Rank 9. Vaccine Man. Vaccine Man appears right in the first episode of One Punch Man. In the story, monsters have several disaster levels, such as Wolf, Tiger, Oni, Dragon, Unknown, Kami, and Vaccine Man is classified as Dragon. He was born to destroy human civilization, which is harming the environment, and takes on a demonic form, calling himself Earth's Vaccine. In short, he looks like an 8-head-tall version of Biken Man. Regarding abilities, Vaccine Man can create biological energy spheres from his hands and throw them, causing explosions with a radius of several hundred meters. His body is extremely durable, able to withstand these explosions. Thus, both his offense and defense are very high. Moreover, he can fly and manipulate Earth's energy, and his movement speed is impressive, though he has yet to reach his full potential. Vaccine Man also has the ability to transform into an 18-meter-tall monster. This is his true form, and when he unleashes his limits, his combat power increases significantly. During destructive activities, he can even eliminate about 31 people with blast waves alone, without identifying heroes. This shows the scale of damage before unleashing his full power, demonstrating his terrifying strength. If Saitama hadn't appeared, the destruction would certainly have been much greater. Some readers even notice connections to God, making his strength understandable. It can be said that Vaccine Man is a tragic monster because he was about to reach his maximum potential when Saitama defeated him with a single punch. Rank 8. Black Sperm. Black Sperm is also classified as a dragon disaster-level monster. He has the ability to split and transform, with a population exceeding 54 trillion individual units. Usually, a single unit contains countless others. After splitting, they are still capable of harming S-class heroes. Even if physically cut or destroyed, most units survive, and lost bodies regenerate instantly. Unless all 50+ trillion units are eliminated, he cannot be defeated. In addition, some units can split off to execute tricks or distractions, and if a unit escapes, his entire power can be restored. Black Sperm also has a fused form. When 43 trillion units merge, he becomes Golden Sperm. In this fused form, he is muscular and easily knocks out the superalloy Blackluster with a single strike. Even highly corrosive substances are ineffective. He possesses exceptional endurance and extreme acid resistance. Furthermore, there is another fused form called Platinum Sperm Warrior, born from the merger of roughly 54 trillion units. This form has speed surpassing Flash, strength enough to instantly eliminate targets, and can create over 1,000 trajectories in just a few milliseconds, making his combat speed truly terrifying. However, the weakness is that once units merge, they cannot split or transform. If Golden Sperm or Platinum Sperm is destroyed, up to 54 trillion units are lost simultaneously. But if some units remain unmerged, they can split and restore power, making Black Sperm still an extremely formidable opponent. Rank 7. Orochi. Orochi appears in the remake and is considered the boss of the Monster Association, with a disaster level of dragon. The association's leaders claim that there is no monster on Earth stronger than him. Orochi's personality is extremely cruel, sparing no losers, intimidating even other monsters, and he plays a leadership role within the association. He uses flexible horns as weapons, with reflexes even faster than Geno's, easily piercing awakening cockroach and devouring others as a warning. His appearance is terrifying and his power extraordinary, though Orochi was originally human. Even as a human, he possessed a strong destructive instinct. Thanks to experiments by Orochi Jorogyo, he repeatedly survived death and evolved through sheer willpower, becoming the giant monster he is today. In battle, his monstrous face covers his entire body, and parts can transform into giant serpents, launching fragments and attacking in various ways. Just by observing, he can copy opponents' abilities and replicate them with his entire monster body, continuously evolving without limits. This demonstrates that Orochi has a genius-like aptitude similar to Garou. When facing Saitama, he senses an unusual pressure and drags him down to a deep magma layer for a sacrificial attack. There, Orochi gathers earth energy and unleashes a full-power strike. Readers estimate the force of this attack to be equivalent to 457 tons of explosives, making it one of the top destructive moves in the Monster Association. Murata-sensei, the remake's author, once said that Orochi cannot die from just a few normal punches from Saitama, proving that he has extraordinary durability. Rank 6. Fusion Psykos Orochi. Orochi fused with Psykos. Fusion Psykos Orochi is the result of merging Psykos and Orochi. Psykos was the one who once controlled Orochi, overwhelming Blizzard in a critical situation. Orochi had already been defeated by Saitama, but his remaining heart, upon sensing Psykos' energy, fused with her. The upper body is Psykos. The lower body merges with the serpent and intestines, and the consciousness of both individuals becomes intertwined. The power of this fusion is incredibly terrifying. capable of flattening the ground with energy waves, to the extent that even tornadoes are awed. In fact, the fusion can destroy massive asteroids with a single strike, and even Genos' enhanced attacks are instantly repelled. This demonstrates that Fusion Psykos Orochi is an extremely powerful monster. When fused, they are granted divine power, becoming an entity that ordinary heroes can hardly confront. This fusion has been defeated by some S-class heroes. However, without multiple S-class fighters, defeating it would be nearly impossible, making its placement at rank 6 reasonable. Rank 5, Elder Centipede and Sage Centipede. In battle, the disaster level of Centipede Sage has not been officially determined, but compared to Centipede Elder, Sage's size and strength are far superior. Thus, Elder's disaster level is only a preliminary stage compared to Sage. Centipede Elder once fought Silver Fang and Bomb Xenos in a 3-on-1 scenario, continuously shedding its skin, regenerating, and enlarging its body, forcing opponents to brace for death. Centipede Sage is even stronger, considered an embodiment of the Earth's parent deity, so placing Elder at rank 5 is appropriate. Even when taking damage, Elder instantly recovers thanks to its shedding and regeneration mechanisms, and it can use its tentacles to read opponents' consciousness and emotions. With countless legs covering its body, Centipede Elder can attack continuously, while Centipede Grand March uses 666 massive legs combined with body rotation to charge forward, generating immense destructive power. The scale of its attacks is so vast that imagining the size of its abilities is difficult. Although information on Thousand Centipede is limited, their colossal bodies are long enough to observe the Earth from above, making their destructive potential extremely high. If the regeneration mechanism is destroyed and the body eliminated, they disappear. However, without powerful attackers like Garou or Metal Bat, destroying the exoskeleton or cutting the regeneration mechanism is nearly impossible, making them extremely difficult to defeat. Rank 4, Evil Ocean Water. The disaster level of Evil Ocean Water has not been officially determined. He is considered an embodiment of the Mother of the Sea, sent by a deity. He appeared alongside Thousand Centipede to eliminate Garou, but was defeated by Saitama before the Centipede, so some may feel placing him at rank 4 is slightly high. What makes Evil Ocean Water more fearsome than Sage Centipede is his durability, precision, skill speed, and massive attack power. Regarding durability, he can withstand Saitama's strikes due to his liquid body form with 2 floating eyes in the ocean. Even when cut in half along with the surrounding water, he survives. In terms of precision and speed, he can target Garou, who is being blown away by Thousand Centipede from several kilometers away. As for attack power, the high-pressure seawater he releases can directly injure Garou. If it hits a city, the terrain would deform and cause instant flooding. His speed is exceptional, fast enough to aim at Garou and evade ordinary opponents. When appearing on land, even Atomic Samurai struggles to confront him. Combined with his terrain-altering strength and resilience to attacks from Saitama, Evil Ocean Water is truly an extremely formidable monster. Rank 3, Boros. Boros is one of the few monsters who recognized Saitama's true strength. He calls himself the ruler of the universe, but finds life extremely boring due to his overwhelming power. Upon hearing a prophecy about a worthy opponent on Earth, he came to seek a challenge. Boros has a humanoid appearance, green eyes, and striking pink hair. His disaster level is 10+, powerful enough that Saitama himself remarked, "You're strong." This clearly demonstrates Boros' tremendous power. He possesses a muscular body, capable of withstanding Saitama's attacks and even knocking Saitama back. His high regenerative ability allows him to heal fatal wounds within seconds, even after multiple consecutive punches from Saitama. His technique, Meteoric Burst, maximizes his speed and strength, sending Saitama all the way to the moon. Additionally, his ultimate move, Collapsing Star Roar, can release his full energy, powerful enough to destroy the surface of the Earth. No hero other than Saitama could defeat Boros, proving his terrifying strength. Rank 2, Garou, Cosmic Fear Mode. Cosmic Garou appears in the remake, representing Garou's final form after receiving divine power. He gains this ability from a god in the form of a pouch. His body reflects galaxies and emits cosmic radiation, harming nearly all living beings. Any creature unable to withstand this radiation cannot continue fighting. Before receiving divine power, Garou had never taken a life, but after gaining the godly ability, his behavior changed. The radiation he emits causes mass fatalities, making Garou the embodiment of absolute fear. Garou wields Fist of All Life Eradication, which allows him to understand all forms of energy and power in the universe. Each punch has devastating destructive power comparable to nuclear fission. He also learned borrowed technique, copying opponents' moves and enhancing them beyond the original. In the story, Garou repeatedly copies both Saitama's normal and powerful punches, nearly matching Saitama's maximum strength. Furthermore, Garou possesses Land Sensor Burst, mimicking the largest explosion in the universe, capable of annihilating all of humanity. The radiation surpasses nuclear weapons, and if used on Earth, it would destroy genetic codes, human civilization, obliterate the ozone layer within 10 seconds, and the sun's ultraviolet rays would incinerate all living beings. If Saitama and Garou continued fighting on Earth, the planet itself would be at risk of destruction, demonstrating that Cosmic Fear Garou could be considered a god-level monster. Rank 1. God. God is a mysterious entity that intervenes on Earth. His true name remains unknown, and those aware of his existence simply call him God. At this level, it's uncertain whether God is even classified as a monster. Nevertheless, all of his actions are harmful to humanity. He has the ability to grant power to individuals he deems worthy, or to those with weak minds, from homeless people to other monsters, turning them into his representatives. Those who receive his power become monsters. Even if they were previously ordinary humans, they gain disaster-level abilities. Their behavior and thoughts are influenced by God's goals, leading them to harm humanity. In the ranking, some representatives, empowered by God, possess cosmic-scale strength and intend to attack humans. God's true body appears to exist in a different dimension. Normally, these dimensions are sealed by blast efforts, making access extremely difficult. God can only interact in a limited way through a mysterious cube for communication. In the original work, God's existence is rarely mentioned, but in the remake, he plays a key role in the story. God is sometimes depicted as a gigantic human-like figure. When stripping power and life from the homeless, there are scenes of him rising from behind the moon. Despite explanations, much about God remains mysterious. His true identity is unknown, but his goal is clear: to destroy humanity, posing an immense threat to Earth. With plans to annihilate humanity and create countless representatives, God can be considered the final boss in One Punch Man. So we've gone through the ranking of the strongest disaster-class monsters in One Punch Man. How do you feel about these characters? Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.